Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om 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 Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. Pranam, pranam, pranam.
Hari Om Swamiji.
Hari Om, Hari Om. We were reading a few portions from the book Sadhaka and Sadhana, where Papa is drawing our attention on a few important points that we should bear in mind when we are on the spiritual journey. First is, we should graduate ourselves from devotee to sadhaka. And then we should have a heroic spirit, not lukewarm. We must somehow gradually try to seek fullness from inside, not anything from outside. And the most important thing is there should be a constant effort on our part to link ourselves with the divine author of our being. That means God remembrance. Anything that we see, anything that we come in contact with, anybody with whom we interact, somehow we should have this in our mind, that he is also the form of one who is within me. Initially it's a tall order, very difficult, but this is what is expected of us as a sadhaka. Because he clearly mentioned, it is to be remembered that unless we link our life with the divine author of our being, our life is in vain. Divine author of our being, the source, where from we have come, where from everything has come, where everything exists. So we have to keep on thinking it. In our vyavahara, we are likely to forget. So this is trial and error, no? We keep on trying, we fail, we forget, we try. And the 4 stages, he said, steadily we have to practice concentration of God, concentration of thought on God, until we feel His nearness. That means constant manana. Until we feel His nearness, until we become aware of His presence, until we have the vision of Him everywhere about us, until we realize our oneness with Him. It's a commitment, on our part. Even if I fail, even if I forget, I will not compromise on this ideal that I must somehow feel His nearness. I must somehow feel His presence. I must somehow feel His presence in everywhere. And finally, I must somehow should become one with Him. This Papa keeps on harping this. And to reach this high degree of dispassion is necessary. So whenever is possible, we try to withdraw ourselves from our hectic schedule of life and try to, even if it's for a day, even if it's for an hour, all these things, if it comes back to us, gradually it will have its own influence on whatever we handle outside. So for that, he also said, chanting the name of the divine author of our being, prayer, meditation, and whatever we do, we try to offer to Him, not to any other person or organization. Mentally, not that we have to tom-tom. And here also we have been, strict instructions have been given to us that we should be vigilant and alert on the antics of our mind. If the mind is given a free rein, sadhana would be impossible. As we keep on doing, Papa also reminds us that what blocks our progress is our self-centeredness and our reliance on our puny resources, intellect. I can do this, I can do that, I have done this. So we move to the second chapter today. We'll just read first. Anandashram, a school for sadhana. Just as we need to learn everything that is done in our mundane life through educational institutions, teachers, parents, etc., we also need to learn how to tread the spiritual path through masters and the institutions they have set up. The ashram can therefore be termed as a school. We should know that we all go to Anandashram to learn universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. Papa says here, every man, woman or child, to whatever denomination, creed or caste the person may belong, shall have free access. This is a place where every effort is made to cultivate the spirit of mutual love and service, so that what is realized within its walls may prove as an example for the right conduct of human life in the outside world. It's a very important chapter, because normally we come to ashram, relatively we are free from all our routine. We find some joy when we take part in Ramnam, Bhajan. That is not enough. Mataji says, this is a school. We have been prompted to come here to learn universal love and service. So this is a school. The curriculum is universal love and service. And when we are here, mutual love and service, we try to develop. The 4 points which we used to discuss, First is universal love and service, absence of otherness, number 1. Mutual love and service when we are here. Third one, reliance on God and God alone. And fourth one is we treat it as our own home, so that no grumblings and complaints, our own home. This is what Papa said on 15th May 1931. This home of love and bliss. As sadhakas, we should know what is meant by wisdom of divinity. A deeper study reveals that divinity stands for the spirit expressing itself in the form of cosmic life and cosmic consciousness, in which the sense of individuality exists. When the individual realizes this truth, it expresses in the form of universal love and service. It is not merely love and service, it is love in the purest form. It is love that makes us see no otherness. Through this love, we expand from the me and mine in us to a wider dimension. For attaining this goal of universal love and service, a triune path of nama, trying to remember him through chanting, seva, dedicating all activities to him, dhyana, feeling his presence within through inward journey, has been prescribed. So Anandashram is a school for sadhana. So now we remember when we go to school, we don't look at the civil structure, buildings. Though the teachers help us, what is more important is assimilation, absorption of the textual content. The teachers can help us only to some extent. We have to do our part. By attentively hearing the classes in the school and trying to absorb it through homework, slowly the theme gets assimilated into us, which is tested through examination. So that means when Mataji says that it is a school, we are not to simply go there or come here, join in some programs and go back. No. An effort is to be made to absorb, to assimilate the theme expounded by our masters, so that our move towards universal love and service gets hastened. Just as we need to learn everything that is done in our mundane life through educational institutions, teachers, parents, we also need to learn how to tread the spiritual path through masters and the institutions they have set up. The ashram can therefore be termed as a school. Anything that strikes to anybody on this?
Swamiji, in the classes in the school, it so happens that my tone has gone down. Sorry for that. I'm not well. But during functions in the school, we have our sonic talents when respect is given to sonic talent. We have prayers as soon as they enter the class. Similarly, here in Anandashram, after entrance, we have a prayer, bhajan, all sorts of spiritual expertise. So it is a sadhana, as in school, so in the ashram.
Normally, when we come to ashram,
Yes.
our practice is to join the program,
Yes.
and then go back.
Yes.
Here, Mataji wants every one of us to go deeper into this. Not to be merely satisfied by coming here and staying here and joining the program. That is why she named it as school. The school stands for an effort for us to assimilate and absorb the teachings.
Yes.
That is why she was blunt in telling ashram is a school. You have come here to learn, Mataji's words, you have come here to learn universal love and service. What is the use of coming here year after year and staying here for months if you have not imbibed even the rudiments of universal love and service? What use is an ashram, mutt or mandir if the devotees who go there make no progress at all on the spiritual path? Does any school allow its children to simply come to the classes, sit for some time and go away, without passing a single examination. How can you prepare yourself to appear for examinations when you have not even gone beyond A, B, and C alphabets? Ashram is a school. You have come here to learn universal love and service. What is the use of coming here year after year and staying here for months if you have not imbibed even the rudiments of universal love and service? It must have been told because of some incident, no? A person who would have stayed here, and unfortunately he or she would have behaved something, and Mataji would have spotted it, and that is why Mataji blasted. But something for all of us, no? When she put it in writing, then we take it that, yeah, correct, we also. And the next para is also very important. You should not simply stand outside the gates of the mansion, shower compliments and praises on the Guru, and then turn back without bothering to enter the gates and experience the bliss of the Guru's eternal being. That means manana, if we don't, how can we enter into the Guru's eternal being? We simply come and prostrate and then we forego. The main reason why you hesitate to enter the gates of the mansion is because the world outside is the world of I and mine, and you are scared that if you enter the gates and when your mind turned towards the Guru, you would lose the world you have been hugging as yours. This is the fear we have, according to Mataji. You do not realize that far from losing your world, you actually gain the whole universe, which becomes yours when you realize infinite and eternal reality. A sadhaka should be continuously examining his actions to see for himself whether there is any tinge of selfishness in anything he does or says. He must always place others' happiness above his own. We cannot hope to make progress on the spiritual path at the cost of others' happiness. It does not matter if he has to, at times, sacrifice his own happiness. So whatever you do, think for yourself if your action will make those around you happy or miserable. If it will make them miserable, desist from doing such an action. For that, the sadhaka should be in constant introspection over his own thoughts, words, and deeds. So something for all of us to keep reminding us very often. Those of us who are in ashram and those who visit the ashram. Because those who are feeling that they are doing seva in the ashram, they should know that the ultimate aim is to reach this absence of otherness, universal love and service. This is a school where we have been given a wonderful opportunity to do seva, to expand from me to we. Not to contract to me. A very powerful message. So I should always be thinking, I must get distinction in this. Not even a 35% mark. I must get distinction. Hari-Om. Hari-Om. So ashram is a school. You have come here to learn universal love and service. Anything else anybody would like to say?
Learn and implement at home. Learn there and implement at home.
What and some implemented.
Learn in ashram. And learn in ashram.
We must learn in ashram and implement it at home.
So some manana should be there, no? Deep thinking, contemplating. Especially people who are leading a hectic life outside. When God provides them this wonderful opportunity to come here, and stay for a few days. If they are reminded of Mataji's words, it will help them. I am not going there just to be in the ashram. I am going for a course.
Swamiji,
Ah.
Mataji used to say, "Khaya piya, sukh se soya,
Ah.
jaise aaya waise gaya."
Ah. That should not be. Not that we are not deriving, but it should be more intense. If this is clear, it will become intense. I have come here to expand myself. Universal love and service means what? Expand myself. On some days or some time I may be very loving, sattvic. But at other times, unknowingly our old habits come and we are back to square one. So this is, very often suppose we keep on reminding, God made us an opportunity to go to ashram or to do seva in ashram for expanding, for expanding, for expanding. Then it will serve, it helps us also. Because here the self-interest is minimum, Those who are doing seva, they are not doing it for any monetary benefit or any other benefit. So that itself is a plus point. And each one is drawing, otherwise they will not stick. Each one is drawing some joy. But whether we have kept universal love and service as a goal, that each one has to verify. Huh?
Does Mataji say that eventually when we become a sadhaka, does universal love become natural, or is that still a constant endeavor?
Constant.
Because now we do, sometimes there will be an effort and then we slip. And then we suddenly realize, oh, we did a mistake. But does it happen when you become
no.
more from a devotee to a sadhaka? It just is a part of who you are.
It is something like, we are aiming for when you join an institution, education institution, your final degree, So here the degree is universal love and service, that is expansion from the individual to the universal. So everything that I do, if it is minus of any vested interest, automatically it is for others. I don't have any other interest. Just for the joy of doing, I am doing it. So initially that, then secondly, am I expanding? Am I bringing into my life the care and concern of as many people? First in ashram and later outside. So this is a laboratory. This is a field given to us to test. Because here also vyavahara is there, There are so many things. Morning, suppose when we are stand in the queue for flower offering, some old person comes or physically not fully up to the mark. Immediately, whether we feel that he should be given first preference, or whether we tell him you go to the queue, something like that, It is not that we are self-centered, but the care and concern has not come to us. We are, as a discipline, we all observe, but discipline is not for discipline's sake, Actually, the queue system is that everyone should enjoy equality. When I come late, naturally I will be the second one. If I come first, I will go first. Like that in anything, whether when we go to canteen, or whether we are sitting for some program and somebody comes forward, do we become conscious of providing what is needed? Somebody comes and looks at the entrance in the bhajan hall. We are happy with our program, but immediately we try, he may be a new person, he may not know whether to come inside or not. So we tell them, you can please come, provide seat. Our involvement may get slightly disturbed, doesn't matter. So like that, simple things. So universal love and service cannot, one fine morning, we will not be able to go and embrace the world. In a given field, we try to bring in this quality, care and concern as much as possible, anytime, anywhere. Suppose we come out, some new visitors come, they may not know to go to a information center or bookstall or bhajan hall or centenary hall. So immediately, nobody is a stranger to us, so we stop and ask, yes, we are coming for the first time. Yes, what is that you need? No, we just wanted to see everything. Okay, then it's all right. You can go here, you can go here. That means nobody is irrelevant, nobody is unimportant, nobody is insignificant. These are all some signs of expanding ourselves. So this is what is expected of us. During our stay in ashram, suppose we try to develop this, the impact of which will remain with us even when we go outside, probably not to this extent, but in a relatively smaller extent. But it will remain, because it is something which has come from us. Whether we travel in a train or an aircraft or whether we have to in a bus or we try to accommodate as much as the others. Everywhere it will be shown. No? So when Papa said universal level, this is a place where you should, he never used the word you should, but this is a place where every effort will be made, yeah. This is the word he used, for mutual love and service, so that what is realized within its wall may prove as an example for the right conduct in the outside world. See, that the wording is so beautiful. 90 years back, 92 years back, exactly. Just imagine the wording. Mutual love and service. Every effort will be made to cultivate mutual love and service so that what is realized within its walls may prove as a right example for the right conduct of the world outside. So, whether I have been able to do it or not, these are all some signs of expanding. So the ashram is a school. You have come here to learn universal love and service. This we should keep on reminding ourselves, so that we will not be content with just coming and going, staying there. Anything else?
Swamiji, in the schools there will be rank holders. How about in our ashram?
Schools have rank holders. What about in ashram?
It is not with that spirit, it is mentioned.
The spirit comes, rank holders.
What is, by school, no, that is right. By school, what is meant is, we come here to learn. That word is enough. We come here to learn, not simply visiting and going. Every visit should enable me to move forward, something new, something more deeper, more clarity. Learn, that's all. Only for that purpose they must have used the word school. If you become a rank holder, naturally the school will be proud of you. It will help you in your professional life, and the school will also be proud of you. That in that way also you can take it. That's all. But what is more important is we come to learn something, manana. That is more important. Not at the superficial level, sentimental level, emotional level. No.
Not for that.
It is for learning.
Swami, நம்ம ஆசிரம் வந்த அப்புறம் தான் நம்ம அந்த ஓம் ஸ்ரீராம் ஜெயராம் ஜெய் ஜெயராம் அந்த ராமோட ஆரிஜின் நமக்குள்ளவே இருக்குன்றத ஆசிரம் வந்த அப்புறம் தான் அந்த லேர்னிங்கே கிடைச்சது.
Very good, very good. That is how it is, not simply chanting and going. Exactly, this is what Mataji wanted. I realized that the Om Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram is trying to make me aware of my own source and the source of everybody. I would not have understood it fully, but it has helped me to understand that it is for that. Yeah, this is a learning, very great learning. Of course, this is evident wherever devotees meet, We have seen that everywhere that sense is there. Sense of togetherness, sense of belongingness. It is there everywhere. No doubt about it. But some more is necessary, that's all. Not that we don't have. Learning process, it is there. Even when we recently came to Chennai, though there was a 3 days retreat program, in between we were taken to one of the activities in which Ashram Satsang Samiti is involved in some tailoring class, for the financially underprivileged people. Enthusiastically, how we were taken, and then we were able to understand that so many activities are going on. So it is there, expansion is there. Not for any publicity, not for anything else, name, fame, power, position. So Papa Mataji is that ideal is slowly entering into all of us. It is not that we are simply bothering, but it has to be more, that's all. Now we learn that you have come here to learn universal love and service. We have to intensify it, that's all. Ashram had taken up lot of activities outside, charitable activities, through various Satsang Samitis. We all remember, fondly remember, reverently remember the pains taken by our devotees to reach out to many, many people. And that too without any publicity, without any name and form. In fact, they spend from their own. Those things are all plus point for us. Papa Mataji will be definitely happy that we have been able to. But something more is needed, that's what they are telling me. Not that we are not deriving any benefit. We are deriving benefit. Their life comes and stands before us. Many, many big projects, we were able to take it up. Not because that ashram took it up, because of the wonderful cooperation, wonderful involvement of our devotees wherever they are. Whether it was a water project or a housing project, or supporting institutions who are trying to take care of the mentally handicapped, physically handicapped, deaf and dumb, blind, orphanages, old age homes, Gorakshana Kendras. Yeah, it comes to us. We have derived benefit, no doubt, from coming to ashram, from coming in contact with ashram. But it should be more now, that's all. We have come out successful 7th, 8th, 9th, we should also be sitting for the 10th, and then for the +2, that's all. going deep into our master's teachings and then stitching or connecting it to our own life. Otherwise, it doesn't become manana, it becomes only academic. The moment we try to, for example, universal love and service, how am I to do that? I will not be able to go and embrace the whole world. So this manana comes, But whenever I handle a small thing, immediately it comes. Oh, he has provided a field for us. So that immediately you try to handle it with a touch of love. Otherwise, to us, everything becomes casual. During satsang, we may be hearing it. But even a small thing, we may forget to switch off the light, in our room or in bathroom or in our corridor. Morning when we switch on the light, immediately after the daylight comes, immediately we go, because we become aware. Not only that we want to bring down the electricity bill of the ashram, it's a national waste, So universal love and service means we are also thinking in terms of that. So all this can come only when it's not, if it is superficial, no. But manana alone will help. I try to devise some method by which to expand. How am I to do it? I keep on asking. When I see a visitor, I try to reach out to him. I can say I am doing whatever is possible. No. So this manana alone can help. Manana means deep reflection, deep contemplation. And stitching it with my life. It should become a part of my life, second nature. Right from the tiniest to the grossest. So tiniest we will try. We are all trying, not that we are not trying. We are all trying. But this constant effort is necessary, otherwise the fellow who is now disciplined, the me and mine, it will come again and again. Mataji, that's why he asked, a sadhaka should be continuously examining his actions to see for himself whether there is any tinge of selfishness in anything he does or says. He must always place others' happiness above his own. We cannot hope to make progress on the spiritual path at the cost of others' happiness. It does not matter if he has to at times sacrifice his own happiness. So whatever you do, think for yourself if your action will make those around you happy or miserable. If it will make them miserable, desist from doing such an action. For that, the sadhaka should be in constant introspection over his thoughts, words and deeds. A part of my manana, no? For that, the sadhaka should be in constant introspection over his own thoughts, words and actions. Even if I have failed, I should know I have failed, then only I can correct myself. If my me and mine is strong, my rights and wrongs will not permit me to feel that I have committed a mistake. So if there is any slip, the first gain will be I should know that I have slipped, and then I should not repeat it again. It will come. Nobody is totally perfect. We are all on the journey. So manana is a must. Manana alone will help us to correct ourselves, steadily progress.
Swamiji, our shift to the origin is the real expansion. ஆசிரம் வந்து தான் கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமா அது
Correct.
லேர்னிங். அது ரியல் எக்ஸ்பென்ஷன் ஆச்சான்னு தெரியல. ஆனாலும்
Then-
இன்டெலெக்சுவல் லெவல்ல இந்த ஆப்ஜெக்ட்ல இருக்கிற அந்த அந்த டிசைரை விட இந்த டிசைர்ல தான்
ஆமா.
எக்ஸ்பென்ஷன் ரியல் எக்ஸ்பென்ஷன்.
Exactly. Nowadays it becomes very, very clear to us. Previously, we were trying to understand, but when he prompted us to go through his words, go to your origin and the origin of the world, then only we could connect up easily with the universal love and service. Because universal love and service can come to us only when we try to identify the common factor in us. The other day we were sharing that experience, in Delhi. When we were going from Delhi to Varanasi, the train was full, jam-packed. Though we had reserved, we had no seat. For our breathing, we had to keep our head outside the window. And from the other side, somebody looked at us and said, "Tamila ninge?" Amam. And he was so joyful, and somehow, in another 15-20 minutes, he manipulated something by which, he moves towards us and his wife. And from that moment onwards, till we returned back to Delhi, they were with us. We remember the common factor was Tamil, language. We became so close. Not a moment they were away from us. So then we understand, when we identify a common factor, we become so close. So Papa wants us to identify this common factor, and the result of which is universalization. So for that he prescribed, go to your source. Later on, when we connected up with the Maha Upanishads, then it became Udara Charidanam tu Vasudaiva Kutumbakam. With a broad vision, we can see the whole world is a family. How can we see that?
Little amount of expansion that comes when we are with ashram devotees, other devotees, and then because of the common factor, there is expansion. But we have to extrapolate this to the outside world. Everybody. That.
Yeah. First we try to identify a community called ashram devotees. Then we try to expand it. I think the first stage, almost everybody is successful. When we are in the midst of any program, anywhere, nobody thinks about oneself. Everybody is trying to accommodate others. Wherever we have gone, we have seen that. Whether it is in Mumbai, whether it is in Gujarat, whether it is in Delhi, everywhere we have seen that. Hyderabad, or Andhra, or Tamil Nadu, or Karnataka. When the group of devotees come, each one will be trying to do whatever is possible for others. Now from there we have to go. We have to move to the outer world. We may be doing it. Papa reminds us to expand more.
More so in the world, is it possible?
What, uncle?
More so in the world, observe it. Is it good for one to go on there? Except injury.
Can't understand, uncle. You can write an email.
Take for instance, I am coming clear. This is not American politics. Gaza and Ukraine. Now how is it possible for us? We have got a mind, but you cannot go, but you can see for the losses and the disturbances. How are we destroyed by prayer? That's my question.
What is the question?
His throat is also not good, so we are not able to follow. Tomorrow you can put that question.
Tomorrow we'll
Yes,
do.
yes. Okay, thank you.
His throat is hoarse.
Hello.
Otherwise, every day we understand.
Swamiji,
Ah,
I think he says, sitting here at home, how can we expand ourselves to feel for the losses in Ukraine and Gaza?
sure, definitely.
That's what he's asking. How can we do that sitting at home?
We can only pray, no?
Thank you, Padma.
We can only pray. Sincerely pray. Sincerely praying for the stoppage of the war. We are not entering into the cause and effect, the merits and demerits. When we see innocent people are passing through such terrible sufferings, all that we can do is to pray, please, O the Lord, you have also prompted them to enter, but it is very difficult for us to accept it. Kindly do something by which the war is stopped, innocents are saved. Even when the Chinese war broke out in 62 and Pakistan war in 65 and 71, our masters, they wanted us to chant Nama and pray for the early stoppage of the war. Not that we become insensitive, we try. Especially we all remember in 71 when the war was going on, India was passing through severest crisis. When we were at that time in a coffee estate in Wayanad, so a morning at 7:30 when the roll call comes, laborers will be there and the supervisors will be there. We went and addressed them and told them, India is passing through a severest war imposed on us. So what we can do, what might we can contribute. Immediately, our daily wage earners, and the wage was only 4 rupees per day. And instantaneously we remember how everybody in one voice they said, you fix and take. Then we said, tell us, okay, 1 day's first wages. Thrilling, because they are living only on the wages earned. They don't have any reserve. Every day's ration, unlike today, it is not free ration. They have to buy everything. And those people whose income is very limited, that means hardly 36 or 40 rupees a week, they are prepared to sacrifice the moment we hear about it. So these are all instances where God is making us to watch. And no publicity, But when we went there with his contribution, estate's contribution, staff contribution, and we went to the collector and we handed over the check to him. He immediately noted down all the details. Then we said we are not worried about any publicity for the estate or the staff, but definitely we would like to hear, our laborers should know that it has reached here. Not that they mistrust us, it will give them a joy. He immediately said, I will bring everyone. Because it is not the money that matters. It is the feeling of a wage earner to join in the joint effort. So these things will come back to us now, even after say 50, 60 years. But still, why it is coming back? Because it is expansion, expansion, expansion. So whatever we can do, that's what we remembered. Whatever is possible for us to do, we should do. Here we can only pray because it's an international this thing. If it is anything happening, God forbid, nothing should happen in India. If there is any problem in India, people rise up to the occasion and do whatever is possible. Many, 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 many instances are there, not merely praying only. But here we can only do the praying, and praying has got its own power. Mataji is 15,500 crore Nama Yajna for Vishwa Shanti. So when we do that Nama, we will also bring this. Please bless the affected people to have peace. We will read again this portion. Just as we need to learn everything that is done in our mundane life through educational institutions, teachers, parents, etc., we also need to learn how to tread the spiritual path through masters and the institution they have set up. The ashram can therefore be termed as a school. We should know that we all go to Anandashram to learn universal love and service based upon the vision of divinity in all beings and creatures of the world. As sadhakas, we should know what is meant by the vision of divinity. A deeper study reveals that divinity stands for the spirit, expressing itself in the form of the cosmic life and cosmic consciousness, in which the sense of individuality also exists. When the individual realizes this truth, it expresses in the form of universal love and service. It is not merely love and service, it is love in the purest form. It is love that makes us see no otherness. Through this love, we expand from the me and mine in us to a wider dimension. For attaining this goal of universal love and service, a triune path of Nam Seva Dhyan has been prescribed. Nama for remembering him through chanting, Seva for dedicating all our activities to him, Dhyana for feeling his presence within through inward journey. So 2 chapters, tomorrow we'll have a recap of the whole, starting from becoming a sadhaka. Everywhere there are clues for implementing it, or what you can, making it a reality. From the tiniest objects or a situation, to the grossest, we somehow make a commitment to bring the link of the divine author of our being. That's a very powerful word. Link ourselves to the divine author of our being. I think that will be more about it. We will see tomorrow. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Ram.
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram,
Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, Hari Om. Pranam, pranam. Pranam.
Namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaskar, namaskar. Hari Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Swamiji, namaskaram, Swamiji.
Namaskaram.
Namaskar, Swamiji.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
Ravi Kala.